Hey everyone, it's Jed Joling with eXp Realty here in Southern Oregon. I've got another Southern Oregon market update for you to let you know what is going on in Jackson and Josephine counties here in Southern Oregon. So that would be the areas surrounding Medford, Oregon, and Grants Pass, Oregon would be the two largest cities in those counties. So without further ado, I'll jump right into it. This last week, we had 1,279 active listings on the market. In comparison to where we were the same week last year, we're up 15% on that number. We had 95 new listings hit the market last week. 68 went pending, 80 closed, and 27 off the market due to expired or canceled listing contracts. And if we compare these numbers to the running 4-week average, so the previous 4 weeks of that, we were down 9.5 on the new listings count. We were down almost 34 on the pending listings count, but we were up 1.75, so almost 2 units on the close count. In comparison to the same week last year, we're up 19% on the new listings. We had the same amount of pending listings, and we were up 3.75% on the closed listings. So we saw a lower number of closes by quite a bit from what we've been seeing in the last month. So I'll get to that in a minute. But out of the 95 new listings, 11.5% of those have already gone pending sale in the first week and a half. All of this brings us to an inventory of 3.8 months. So that means if we were to stop all new listings today, what we have sitting on the market would last us about 4 months until we ran out of things to sell. So one of the reasons we may have seen such a lull in the pending count this last week in comparison to the 4 weeks before was our mortgage rates spiked upward. So right now, our conventional 30-year, the national average for a 30-year fixed conventional is at 7.09%. You might remember about 3 to 4 weeks ago, we were down near 6% on that number. So we've seen a spike in these rates that has caused possibly some slow in the people that are looking because they got back into the market. They're going, 6% is not bad. Well, now we're back over 7%. The 30-year fixed FHA national average is at 6.61%, and where we were a year ago on that conventional was 7.88 and 7.31 on the FHA. So still better in comparison to where we were last year, but not where we were 3 weeks ago. We were looking pretty good 3 to 4 weeks ago on these rates. And looking at the graph, if you look back to 2023 and 2022, both years in October we saw a spike in these rates that went upward, and then coming into November started to cool back down. So if we're going off of historical data there, maybe we're going to see these rates start to cool towards the end of the year, which is what a lot of the economists and strategists are saying is what they expect to happen. So that's one factor. Another factor is we've got some rain here in Southern Oregon in the last week. That typically stops people from looking at houses. And that could be another reason why it's cooling. The third reason is we're just less than a week away from the election, and there might just be some people that are holding their cards until they figure out what is going to happen with that. Other than the data there with last week and the low amount of pending sales, the mortgage rate spikes, there's not a whole lot else to tell. Obviously, there are a lot of people looking forward to the election to see how this might affect our rates going forward, if it's going to have a negative or a positive effect, because a lot of people have been sidelined and they're waiting for those rates to get back down in that 5.5% to 6% range to be able to afford what they need to buy. So we'll keep you in tune with any changes, but all of you have a great weekend. Hopefully everybody had an awesome Halloween, and we will talk to you this next week. Thank you.